Hello everyone, my name is Devo and he's Const, and this is Renan. Say hi to the camera.
Hi.
And today we are at our board game session. We love playing board games, and today we decided to play Raiders of the North Sea. So each one of us from here has a work to do. Const is the board game researcher, and he's gonna go through the whole board game website, look at the reviews, and let us know which board game should we buy. And we have the video editor Renan. He's behind all the camera works and everything, and I basically talk. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, today, so let's get to the board game. This is Raiders of the North Sea, and we have been playing this for like almost 10 times. Have you played this over 10 times?
We played it for 5
Yeah, so like, yeah, let's say 6 times. So I'm gonna show you how it normally looks. Oh my god, this should come around.
Apple vibes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is the board. I'm sure that it's not really like visible, but we are gonna show it up close later. And Const will explain it's upside down. Yeah, Const will explain the elements of the board game because he's gonna do the setup, and I would let him do the rest. I'm so excited.
Okay. So for the setup we have workers, offerings, silver, provisions, player tiles, and plunder here. So first we open the bags, empty the bags here.
Yes.
This is silver. So we have to shuffle the offerings first. And we set 3 on the board. And the rest we put here. So we have black workers here. We put 3 of them here on the gatehouse, the town hall, and the barracks. We give 1 of the workers to each player, and since this game is up to 4 players, 1 of the workers goes to the here. So then we place 1 of the player tile on the board here, here, and here. Okay, and then we have cards here. These are recruiting cards. These are the ship cards of 4 colors as 4 players. We give 1 of them to each player of the color we have here on the board. 1 would be yellow, the other one is red, the third one is blue. And so then, and the final thing we have to do is set up these workers, the white and the gray ones, and set up the plunder. We have 4 kinds of plunder. 1 is gold, the other one is livestock, the third one is Valkyrie, and the last one is iron. For iron for all of them you can get offerings if they have those plunder as a requirement. And then for iron you can get armor here. For Valkyrie you kill your crew member, and then you'll see what happens next, and then you get points if you kill the crew member here on this line. And then for the livestock you can get the provisions here, or also again the offerings. And for the gold you can raid fortresses and monasteries here. Also at the end of the game, one of these will give you 1 point, and two of this kind will give you 1 point as well. So right now we have to randomly set plunder for each of the place here. So here we have 4. Here specified it's 3, and so on.
So now we're going to explain a few of the cards of the game. The game has a lot of cards. They're all crazy Vikings. And most of the cards, you can play them in 2 different ways. You can either place or take a worker from the barracks to put a fighter in your crew. So, for example, if I take a worker from here and I spend 3 silver, I can put this guy as a fighter in my crew. The other alternative is if I take or place a worker from the town hall, I'll discard the card and activate a second ability that the card has. So if you see here, most of the cards have 2 different abilities. One is the black and the other one is the blue ability. The black ability is the bonus this card gives you when it's part of your crew. And the blue ability is what happens when you discard it. So for example, this card here, the Gatekeeper, is designed to help you draw cards. So you can use it in one of 2 ways. You can either put it as member of your crew, and then every time you go here to the gatehouse to draw cards, you draw 1 additional card, so you draw 3 instead of 2. But then if you're desperate for cards and you need it immediately, and you can't put this fighter, you can discard this card and then immediately get 3 cards. But then that's all you get from it. So all the cards have a cost and a power. So the cost here is the number of coins that you need to spend to play them, and the power is how much power, naturally, military power they give you for raids. So you see that there are some cards that usually the cost and the power is kind of related. So the cheaper cards will have less power and the more expensive cards will have more power. But then there are some cards that are a bit of an exception to that rule. You have to think about which cards you want to play because, for example, this one, the Armorer, it gives you a lot of strength when raiding monasteries. So usually it only gives you 3 power, but if you're raiding a monastery, it gives you 2 additional power. So if you're thinking about raiding a monastery, it's a really good card. There are very few cards actually in this deck that are called heroes, which are the more legendary fighters, which are these ones. These ones you cannot discard, you can only play them as part of your team. The drawback is that you cannot have multiple of these because there are very few heroes and you can only have 1 of them. But then they have really good benefits. So for example, this one, if you spend some iron on armor beforehand, you can get way more, get additional bonus of strength from the armor. And then they can have different, like there are some really cheap ones, like these, which don't give you any power. But then they help you later on. Like this one helps you get more silver so you can hire more crew members later. And this one, I mean. And this one, you can swap from a crew member that you already have hired from someone different from your hand. And if it dies, you get a gold. So it has its advantages. And sometimes you want to have a crew member to die, because as we'll explain later, sometimes you have to sacrifice your crew members to get the precious Valkyrie points.
Okay, I'm going to explain the board. So we have a worker, each one of us have a worker. So how do we place? We first need to place a worker here. You can place it anywhere. For example, the mill or the treasury or the silversmith. So suppose I want coins. So as you can see that if there are if you are placing a black worker, you will get 3 coins. But then as you go up higher and you have a higher ranked worker like the gray one or the white one, you can just get 2 coins. And if I place it in the mill, I'll get just 1 provision when there is a black worker. When there is a gray worker, I'll get 2 provisions, and when there is a white worker, I can choose between 2 provisions or 1 gold. So the gameplay is like this. So here, as you can see, you can place. So you have to raid each of these areas. So there is a harbor, there is an outpost, there is a monastery, and there is a fortress. So at first, since we just have a black worker, we can just go here. Now once you go here, and you have to have 3 provisions which you have to spend, and you need to have 2 cards in your city in order to play this harbor. Crew. Yeah, 2 crew in your city to play this harbor. And then this is the VP. So as you can, if you go here, once you finish raiding the harbor, you will get 1 VP. And whatever Renan has explained about the cards, there are some cards which gives you extra VP. And once I have raided this, I'm going to take any plunder of my choice, and I take this plunder. And as soon as I take it, instead of taking this worker is stuck here forever. I will take this grey worker. This lets me play in the higher levels. For example, now I can play in the outpost. And similarly, in the outpost, so okay, in the harbor you don't need to roll a die. So once you are done with the harbor, you go to outpost or a monastery or whatever you want. If you think that you can raid it, you will raid it, and then you have to roll a die. So you have each card like the. So you have 1 card here. Okay, I got a 0 1. Never mind. Okay, again I got a 0. I'm just getting 0. So this is the power. This is the power you have, and now you need to roll 5 in order to get at least 2 VP. So of course I won't roll a 5, but let's just cheat for the time being. So I have 3 and I have 5. So I can plunder, and I plunder this one, and I can take the worker, and I will also get 2 VP. So I can get 2 VP from here. Now as soon as I take this helps me to go to the higher levels, which is the fortress. And in the fortress, you definitely need to have 1 gold. So this is the minimum gold that you need, 1. This is a 2. Here you have 2. And as soon as you start raiding the fortress and you have just 1 fortress to raid, the game ends. And as Cons told us, this is a Valkyrie points. As you can see, the Valkyrie points are really important, but then you have to kill a lot of crew members in order to get 15 points. For example, once you get a Valkyrie, you need to spend this Valkyrie to you need to spend a Valkyrie. So in the beginning of the game, you normally don't take plunders which has Valkyrie, because you don't really want to kill your crew members, since you want to go to the higher level, and in the higher levels you need to have more crew member. And yeah, I think that's it. Oh yeah, also another point. So if once you have a higher worker, like a high status worker, like the gray or the white one, you can go here and spend 1 iron, and get 2 points. So this actually helps you to raid the higher level ones, and then you can just roll a die and match up to the level. And you can also, once you get a grey worker, if you have the right amount of plunder, you can take one of these offerings or offering tile, and then replace it with another one. So once you start raiding and you have no Valkyries, the game ends. Okay, so there are 3 ways. One, if there is only 1 fortress left. Second, if there are no Valkyries. And third, if we run out of the offering tiles, the game ends as soon as possible. So one strategy is, if you find that the other players will win and you don't really have a chance, your best bet is to take a plunder which has a Valkyrie, and you can go to the 15 points one and get more points, like an extra point here. So this is the only way you can probably win the game or get points. So yeah, in our city we can have up to 5 crew members. So in case you have a lot of coins or you don't know, you want to get rid of some crew members, you just take a plunder which has a Valkyrie, kill your crew member, and yeah, play another one with a higher power. And we can, as Ren and Cons pointed out, and I'm really bad with rules. Let me tell you, that is why I always ask them to explain games. Yeah, so you can have at most 8 cards in your hand and 8 provisions. So you can't like just keep on plundering and keep on storing stuffs, which is a good one, I think. Yeah. So now we will watch us play the game, and we are gonna fast forward, and we don't want to bore you guys by showing the whole game.
Yeah, we'll show you a few rounds and then.
Yeah, we can just show you the starting rounds, and then you will understand how it's been played. So now we start the game. We start the game by having 5 cards in our hand and 2 silver and 1 worker. I don't know where this. Okay, this one is here. 1 worker, and we have to discard 2 cards from our hand and just have 3. And I'm gonna discard these 2, and then we'll do the same. I'm going to start this game, and it goes clockwise. So I'm going to play, and then Renan, and then Cons will play. So can you please focus on the board? So I'm going to go here. I'm going to place my worker here, and I'll get 3 silvers. And since it's the first round, my main move would be to play a crew member, and I play a forager for 1 silver. For 1 silver, and then my move is done.
Okay, similarly to Devil, I'm going to play a card and get silver. So first I'm gonna go here and spend 1 of my silvers to play the jeweler, and then I'll take silver. But because I have the jeweler, I get to get 1 additional silver, so I take 4.
That's really cool. I envy you. Okay, so this is Con's move.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go to the silversmith as well. I'll take 3 gold, and then I'll play the card.
It's the same move.
Yeah, same move. I'll play the forager for 1 gold.
Yes.
1 silver, 1 silver.
We will just continue playing from here, because our main motive is to play the game and not just film. So we're gonna fast forward and take you to the end game. And yeah, now we start playing. Okay, we are at the end game right now, and we all are kind of stuck. We have raided the harbor, the monastery, the outpost, and there is only 1 fortress left to invade.
Yeah, basically there are 2 fortresses, but as soon as 1 person takes 1 of them, the game ends.
I mean, I definitely can't take it because I don't have anything.
Me neither.
Okay.
So it's probably gonna be.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be gone.
But then we're gonna have to stall the game until Cons has enough provisions to take it.
Yeah.
Oh shit, why?
The game is gonna be pretty boring at this point.
Now we are done with the game. As you can see, there is just one fortress left to invade, and you can take a look at the board.
Yeah, this game we actually were able to do basically all the raids.
Yeah. Anyway, it's phenomenal, by the way.
It doesn't always happen.
Okay, so now I'm going to count my points. So I'm the red one. So I'll start from here. My point is like 22, and here the Valkyrie points is 7, so it's 29. And I don't have any armor points because I really don't like to sell my iron. And then I have these tiles, the offering tiles, which is 4 plus 4 8 plus 4 12 plus 4 16 plus 3 19, and I have 21.
Oh my god.
And wait, 21 plus how much was that? 29. Wow. 50. 50, and then I think I have 56. Oh yeah, each of these gold costs 1, and 2 livestock costs 1, so I have 6 from here, so my total point is 56.
56.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now let Renan. I think Const has won the game.
I think Const won, but we'll see.
But yeah.
I'm probably close to double. I start here from 27.
Yeah.
I actually got the most Valkyrie points, so I get 15 from here. So we got to 42. I also got 6 points from the armor, so I go to 48. Then I have only one offering, so I go to 51. Then I got 54, 55, 56, 57.
Okay, so we are almost in the same level.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have 39 victory points.
Crazy.
2 Valkyrie points.
Yeah.
49.
6.
45. 55.
41.
No, 41, yeah.
41, then I have 6 here. There's 47. 48. 49.
Yeah.
54.
54.
57.
57. And 63.
Yeah, so Const won.
It wasn't that far off, but yeah, he won.
So that's how the game is. Renan is sad because he feels that the universe is against him.
No, what I'm sad about is that this card is broken, especially in the beginning of the game.
I mean, so it doesn't really matter.
It matters because you guys were able to win more raids.
Yeah, okay, anyway. I'm so happy with the offering tiles.
I mean, you got a...
I love offering tiles.
Yeah, I can see
this just gives me a lot of points.
You get no armor, but a lot of offering tiles.
I love offering tiles. So we don't know when will we film our next board game.
I mean, first we have to edit this one.
Yeah, we have to edit this one, and then I mean, it depends on Renan. If he procrastinates, then that's not our problem.
You do realize that editing this video is kind of procrastinating, right?
Yeah. We actually thought of making the video last week, but we were procrastinating, and also we are PhD students, so we have to do some work.
We have to do some procrastination as well.
We have to do some procrastination in our research as well. Cons doesn't procrastinate so much, so it's fine. I think, I don't know, next time we might play the bear game or something which is easier.
Yeah, the bear game is way faster than this.
Yeah, it's actually fast. Or we can play the Arcana, Res Arcana. And Const also ordered a new game. What is it? Birmingham? I think it's called Birmingham.
Brass.
Huh?
Brass. Birmingham.
Brass Birmingham. Okay, it's Brass Birmingham. So yeah, we see. We have to play. We have to play that game quite a lot to understand it, and then film it, and then we check it out. So now we are gonna sign off. Say bye to our whoever the fuck will see this video.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And see you later.
See you later. Bye. Done. So cute. And it's done.